Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth and final amateur bout of the night. Three-minute rounds in the front straight fight. Catch weight bout right now. First, I give to you fighting out of the red corner. He stands in at 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in 170 pounds. He comes into the cage with a perfect record of 3 wins against no defeats. From Boise, Idaho, but he's representing Sidekicks MMA. I give to you Aiden Eska'Takii. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, standing in at 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, with a record of 5 wins against just 2 defeats. He represents Team Davis MMA from Idaho Falls, Idaho. I give you Jeremiah Steele. Once again, our referee in charge of the action will be Mr. Chuck G.
All right, here we go. Final amateur bout of the night. Aiden Eska'Takii, Jeremiah Steele. This one looking to be a very exciting fight tonight. As you said, Aiden, a very well-rounded fighter. We'll see what Jeremiah is going to bring to counter that as Chuck G gives the final instructions. And we are underway. Here we go. Oh, good hard kick right there by Aiden. Right to the ribs. Jeremiah doesn't affect him. Gets in there, lands a couple of jabs to back Aiden into the corner.
Aiden's got some real funky kicks going on. He tried to do a little hook kick there.
And it's the height advantage that probably you would assume is going to work into his advantage as this goes on. And a good attempt there at a throwdown by Jeremiah. Aiden kind of able to counter it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see how Aiden's looks like he's going for a rubber guard. Sometimes this is all right. Okay, this is a better look right here. This is called a Williams guard, which I prefer better because it's easier on the knee. And he might get a triangle out of this. So we'll see what happens.
You got it. Yeah. Come on.
All right, both fighting for position right now as we come out the 2-minute left in round number 1 mark here between Aiden and Jeremiah.
Okay, well, we got a Kimura locked up. Looks like it's almost locked up.
Come on, Aiden.
Jeremiah stepped over his. Let's see. We're just going.
Now
everywhere.
he's opening up for
a
possibility. Yeah,
heel
he's
hook.
got the heel hook. Open up for that. Doesn't have a lot of pressure in unless Aiden can roll his body with the leg control that he has right now, and he's got a lot of it.
They're still sticky. There's not a lot of sweat that's generated this early in the round. So,
Couple of fists by Jeremiah trying to get out of this. Couple of them connecting, able to loosen up from that heel hook, which is good. But Aiden not letting that go, still wanting to lock that in.
Yeah, that'll make you let go of a footlock getting blasted in the face like that.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I've never been called a wise man, but I'm pretty sure I can figure that out. We are down to the final minute 10, round number 1 here. Both fighters still trying to figure really each other out. You've seen, a couple of kicks come from Aiden, going for that heel hook. Jeremiah really just looks like he almost wants to escape right now to kind of reestablish himself.
Yeah, what's interesting is what you're seeing here is what you saw in that last fight, where the jiu-jitsu is really good, but then it's hard to make that transition to MMA, and I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying not all jiu-jitsu is made for the cage, and that's where people have problems, is because it works in the room, it works when you're just training jiu-jitsu, but when it
gets in and it's not a friend of yours.
Yeah, well, when you're doing jiu-jitsu and there's punches in the face, you start focusing in on what works and keeping the guy close rather than going for all your fancy stuff.
All right, we got 25 seconds left in round number 1.
Jeremiah's scoring, from this closed guard. And,
a couple of hard left hands there.
There you go, Williams. Okay, don't let him do anything here. You got short time. Let's go.
All right, we're down to the final 10 seconds between Jeremiah Steele and Aiden Eska'Takii of round number 1.
But it's too late.
Couple of 3-4, about 3-4 hard left fists there, connecting with the side of Aiden's face to end that round there. How did you see things play out in this first round here?
100% Jeremiah. I mean, Aiden did a really good job. But, as far as what the judges are looking at, Aiden was active, or Jeremiah was active. Jeremiah was landing damage punches. That's what the refs see. He was on top the whole time, even though he's getting foot locked, ankle locked. He's, blasting Aiden in the face. So, I think that was totally Jeremiah's round, to
and
win.
You talk about knowing a little bit about Aiden. Have you seen what you've expected from him so far?
Yeah, he hasn't fought in a long time though, so that's another thing. That ring.
How
rust.
long has it been that you know of?
Oh,
or
I think
you had to guesstimate.
I think it's about a year at least. So that I know of. So so we'll see. But Jeremiah is just spry, and he's just popped right up and ran back to his corner, and he's ready to go again. So obviously he's in really good shape, and he's a gamer.
All right, here we go. Round number 2, scheduled 3 minutes. As you can hear Chuck G give the signal to start.
Nice straight
Grabbing
right.
the fist, 2 straight
right.
lefts to Aiden's face.
Straight
Aiden
left.
going for that spinning back fist, very close to connecting. Jeremiah taking this one back down to the ground. Very exciting start.
Man, this is a fight. This is starting to become a beatdown here in a second.
And Jeremiah, again, looking like he's trying to get mount position there. He's throwing a couple of fists. And again, you almost kind of look like he wants to throw at elbows, realizing he can't. Again, during the amateur portion of the card, elbows are not allowed.
Oh, look at that. Uncontested blows to the face. Chuck G's hovering over top.
Not many more of those. Chuck G's not going to let this go very much farther. Aiden's got to get out of this position.
Jeremiah's going to look for the Kimura here. Jeremiah just needs to stay with posture and keep hammering down some blows, because that's what's working and scoring.
And you go back to what you mentioned during the break there, that this is the first time that Aiden's fought in probably about a year. This is where conditioning is going to start to set in. Jeremiah just on top, letting things go, and he calls it. That one is it, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute, 8 seconds into round number 2. Jeremiah Steele is going to improve his record to 6-2.
That was a beatdown.
A very fast start there into round number 2, and Aiden may be looking like he wants to contest it a little bit, maybe a tad bit of disappointment.
I think that was a very good stoppage by Chuck G, especially in the amateur, card. And when I say beatdown, I don't mean that Aiden was incapable or whatever. It was just, you got to give the other guy credit too, and Jeremiah just did a really good job. Aiden did a good job, but Jeremiah did a great job.
Does that come into the cage rust, the being off for a year, stepping back into it, which no matter what you do, any amount of time you take off from any sport, it's going to take a while to get back into?
Yeah, it could have several factors, how long he's been training, who he's been training with, so you never know, a lot of times you want to kind of get, your hand put in that fire, and it's like, is he training with guys that are his weight, his height, but I'm just speculating. I don't even know if that's the truth, but ring rust could definitely have a problem.
All right, it's time to make this one official.
We have our winner by way of referee stoppage as referee Chuck D stops about at 1:08 of the second round for our winner, improving his record to 6 wins against 2 defeats from Idaho Falls, Idaho, Jeremiah Steele.